Okay, so wanted to do a test with this 28mm lens and do sort of like a product showcase sort of mode. Right now we're in the smooth autofocus zone, so right in here is where that smooth autofocus is going to be, and going back and forth from like a face to like what the focus subject is. So, and also the noise that it makes too. It's a pretty loud USM motor, so wanted to see how audible that is as well, and when you're just showing like a product. So not too bad, pretty on point with how loud those are noise-wise. So just playing around with this. Yeah, so decently quick and not really too loud, and seemingly very sharp when it is in focus here. And then you can see the background here. Let's see what it's currently in here. So it's in f2.0. This is a 28mm on this SL2. So the SL2 has a 1.6 times crop factor. So this is more like a 45mm lens. So yeah, this is what you would get out of that lens. It seems like it's pretty good when it has good lighting. Right now it's daytime and there's pretty decent lighting around. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely not a lens that you would want to vlog with. Right now my arm is extended as far as can be. Maybe with a full frame camera this would be okay. Yeah, so I think the idea with this particular lens is, what I'm hoping to is set this camera right in front of me. It's on my desk, it's on a tripod. I'm gonna focus on it. Almost, there we go. There we go. And stick this microphone in front of it, and that way I'm not getting the noise from the lens, from the autofocus, and this way I can do videos with a pretty shallow depth of field and yeah, in lower light. So in poor lighting conditions this would be perfectly fine. And this can also work for stills, so that's something that I would really like to have. Okay, so I switched the autofocus to just this little rectangular box, so it's right in here. So there we go. That's my Rode Video Micro. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to try out, and we wanted to make sure that if the microphone is in front of the lens, is it going to capture that noise in the background? So if I'm just shooting videos like this, wanting to show products, put it in this focus rectangle and still have my face in view, but it'll focus on this. So that's my way of doing the product focus. But I can also tap the screen here and put the focus not on my face here. So it'll focus on me if I'm close to it, but if I'm out of focus, or if I'm not in that rectangle, then I can put something here and it'll focus on it. So kind of a manual way of doing the focus, but I think it's a pretty decent way of doing it, and nice if you're trying to show products or do a video right on your table or something like that. So yeah, you can see how shallow depth of field that is. I think it's much better than that 2.8 lens that I was trying out before, 16 to 55mm zoom lens. So yeah, I think this one's a little bit better. I think overall it's sharper and it's better in low light. And here are some stills. Overall, the lens is just okay. Autofocus is kind of slow. It doesn't actually do too well in low light, and the bokeh is kind of interesting. But yeah, do with what you will. It is an f1.8 lens, and you do get better low light performance for an APS-C sensor.